This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the Noon Barbados Today update for Tuesday, March 11th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Senior Cabinet Minister Dr. David Estwick is still waiting on Prime Minister Frundle Stewart. He still doesn't know whether Stewart will give thumbs up or shoot down his alternative proposals to fix the economy. But he's sticking to his guns that getting help from the United Arab Emirates, $5 billion to be exact, is a good move. Estwick says there's nothing underhanded about doing business with the Arabs. The Agriculture Minister spoke to Barbados Today this morning, moments before going into Parliament, where the estimates of expenditure and revenue are expected to be laid.
The third largest donor development funding in the world is the UAE, is the OECD, which is the usual Parish Club and British Club. Then you have China, and you have the United Arab Emirates. The entire United States and the European Union, when they were in the whole of their crisis, the majority of the purchases of the United States debt and European countries' debt was being purchased by China in the Middle East. What people have to do is wake up and understand the world has changed significantly beyond where it was in 1975.
Estwick had presented his alternative proposals to Cabinet in mid-February. It's back to court in July for three Nation newspaper officials. The start of the case lodged over the publication of an indecent photo of two minors was delayed this morning after the prosecution said it was not ready to start the trial. Nation publisher Vivian Gittins, editor-in-chief Roy Morris, and senior journalist Sanka Price will return to court on July 21st. The charge against them stems from the publication of a picture of two school children having sex in the classroom on the back page of the Saturday Sun last October. Growing absenteeism overshadows a slight improvement in CXC results as the ministries of education here and in other Caribbean countries are being asked to do something about it. CXC says just over half of students achieved grades 1 to 3 compared to 49% last year. But this year, as many as a third of students entered for social studies and human and social biology, and just under a quarter of IT entries just didn't show up. There was also high absenteeism for maths and English. CXC also reported a decline in the number of students who entered overall. And Professor E. Nigel Harris, chairman of council, suggested that CXC work with ministries of education to investigate the reasons for the decline and implement measures to address it. Respect due, the words of the chairman of the Cricket Legends of Barbados, Desmond Haynes, after he endured an hour-long ordeal on Sunday to enter Kensington Oval, which bears a stand in his name. The former cricketing great tells Barbados Today security asked him to join a long line of patrons to enter the grounds, refusing his request to be allowed to enter separately to prepare the Haynes-Griffith box for guests attending the match. Haynes says he was informed he must have accreditation from the West Indies Cricket Board, and he's asking why.
I am totally disappointed. A matter of fact, I felt so badly that I wanted to find out the right procedure in how to get my name off the stand. Yes. I don't know why they cannot get accreditations for people like us or get an official pass for us that we can move around freely at Kensington Oval when there's events down there. Saying that our names are on it, we should not be requesting this. This should be a given.
Despite his disappointment, Haynes is heading back to the Oval today and he's expecting big things from the Windies.
I believe that we will win the 2020 series. I think the West Indies, I think that we've got a fantastic 2020 team. And even though we are going to miss the likes of Pollard, who I believe is a very good 2020 cricketer and somebody who I would like to see at some stage captain West Indies.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
In regional news now, CARICOM leaders are hoping to hold talks with Europe in June on the issue of reparations for slavery and native genocide. Speaking at the end of the first day of a two-day CARICOM Intercessional Summit in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, CARICOM Chairman Dr. Ralph Gonzalez said the leaders have adopted a 10-point justice framework.
All the national commissions are now aboard. Bahamas is now, there were 13, Bahamas is now the 14th. I don't think anyone else is outstanding. But everybody has been doing their work in these countries. It's a serious proposal with serious issues within the same context of not fighting anybody. We believe we have the law and the facts on our side in relation to addressing the legacy of native genocide and African slavery.
Ousted Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych is warning that dark forces are creating the conditions for a Ukrainian civil war. He says he remains the only legitimate leader of the nation and that the United States is giving financial aid to what he called bandits, a reference to Ukraine's interim government. Yanukovych added that scheduled elections in May are not legitimate, and he called on the international community to push back against what he views as an anti-constitutional coup. And that's where we end the noon update. Join us again at 6 this evening. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.pb, subscribe to our e-paper, and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Dawn Paris.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.